Llama Arts with Camping Horror Story 3. Let's get it!
My friend and I would go to this forest we found a few months ago. It was a 20-minute bike ride plus a mile walk to get where we used to camp. We made a teepee as our base and even sharpened a few sticks in case we had to fight anything. I know it's dumb, but we thought it was super cool at the time, being 14 years old. I'm a big fan of horror movies. I'd make my friend watch them with me all the time, and he hated it. He would always get paranoid that someone or something was going to get us when we were there. That's how we came up with the idea to make a teepee and wood spears, so we wouldn't be attacked. We were finishing the school year online and had to study for finals, so we hadn't been back to the forest in weeks. After the finals were all said and done, we decided to take a trip up there to relax and check to see if our teepee was still there. Our parents agreed to let us stay there on the basis that we'd keep in touch throughout the night. We didn't tell our parents this, but we would always take a big buck knife and a hatchet with us. We really thought we were manly. Anyway, when we were gathering our stuff for the night in the forest, we noticed that the buck knife was missing. We
Ooh.
thought nothing of it and assumed we'd just left it at the forest the last time we were there. On the bike ride there, my friend was on edge. We just watched a scary movie and he was being a wimp as usual. At around 8 p.m., we arrived at the rough part of the forest, where we had to continue the rest of the journey on foot. As we were walking, we smelled a terrible stench in the air. I couldn't locate or tell what it was. This, of course, made my friend think that there was a dead body and said we needed to leave right away. I told him that he was being a wimp and overreacting. The crunching of the fall leaves began to sound like squelching. As we peered down, we saw a trail of red leading up to where our teepee was. This really freaked my friend out. I told him I'd spotted a can of spray paint in the trash a mile back and that someone was probably playing a prank, just to calm him down. The closer we got to our base, the stronger the smell became.
Smell
When we
plus
finally got there, we saw our
something that looked like
teepee and
blood.
felt a huge wave of relief come over us,
That's not a
even though
good
the
sign.
smell was as pungent as ever. We peeked inside the teepee through the little door flap we had made, and what we saw was haunting. There was evidence of someone living there. The clothes looked like men's, and they were huge. We continued to investigate the site. Behind the teepee was two rotting deer carcasses with a wooden spear in one and a buck knife in the eye of the other. At this point, my friend was already running back to our bikes, but I stupidly stayed for a little longer to scope out the area
Oh,
when I was greeted by a deep, monstrous voice. Would you like to live with me forever?
yeah, he wanted
As I
to stay.
slowly
You
turned around, I was
stay there.
confronted by a creepy old man. I couldn't even begin to describe his face. It was unlike anything I'd ever seen in my life.
That's a scarecrow.
I
That's the
bolted
best you
back to
came
my
up with.
friend. Luckily, he's a slow runner, so it was easy to catch up to him. We then biked back as fast as we could, not looking back.
All right. When I was realistic, those definitely were kids. I don't know, man. These people are funny, bro. Somebody need to beat these kids a little bit. Beat them into reality. Shit can happen in the woods. Anything can happen in the woods. You're lucky you didn't die in the woods. Nobody would have found your body for a long time. Bro killed two deers apparently and just left them rotting. And he don't care about the smell. Um, what, bro? After a while, we're like, bro, what? Move this away from me. Bury it, or why you ain't kill it away from your sleeping grounds? I would have killed it away from my sleeping grounds. I ain't trying to smell. I rather smell nature. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, he might have been homeless and nothing bothers him. Like the smells don't bother him in any way possible. So that's cool, man. You know what? As long as you live in your life, you let the kids live, you live. Cool. Lesson learned. When going out in the woods, if you see red stuff on the floor, on the ground, that's leading somewhere where you was. Do not go that way unless you got a gun and you're not a kid. Don't do it. You will be traumatized for the rest of your life. All right, cool. Done with this.